What is up, y'all? It is your boy Kirk here, aka Vandal, and we're gonna walk through my track with Bailey Jehl called Follow Through. Let's do it. What is up, y'all? It is your boy Kirk here, aka Vandal. I got a new camera. Shout out to my boy Surte. Let's check out what that looks like. Boom, that's that guy right there. It's a pretty dope camera. I'm pumped. So I'm gonna try to use this camera a bit. But anyway, so what is up, y'all? It is your boy Kirk. We are in here in the studio, and if you guys are new here, I do tips, tricks, tutorials, all that kind of stuff to help you become a better producer in today's marketplace. And usually I do that by walking through my track. So let me just shut up and let me just jump into the track and let's get it. So let's get into this here. We are here in the session 4. Follow through. As you can see, it's kind of rough. Things aren't named. It's kind of organized, and you notice here there are no drums. Actually, there are drums. It's just like they're very much in the background of this track. I really decided to go a different way than you guys are usually used to hearing if you guys listen to any of my stuff. If you haven't heard the song, you could check it out either below. Actually, just check it out below. There's a link there. You can check it out. It's really dope. It's something cool. So let's actually jump into this. So this is a overall, let's talk about the idea. It is a kind of like a acoustic-ish kind of track. I mean, I could have went so much bigger with this because Bailey is so sick and her vocals are amazing. She's a great writer as well. But I decided, like, nah, I didn't really need that. And as a producer, if you guys are trying to learn, guys or girls are trying to learn any of this stuff, you don't have to overproduce it. That's one of the big things that I think I can teach you. So anyway, let's jump into this and see what this looks like. So we have only about 35 tracks, actually 33, that we're actually using. Now, what really drove this track is the guitar parts. So we're going to jump to those guitar parts. Let's talk about them. So the main melody here is this guitar track right here. That's what we started with, and that's what I recorded on the telly right there. It's kind of like a Frankenstein telly. It's not an actual telly. Well, it's a Squire with different parts in it, but that's neither here nor there. So that's recorded straight through my Apollo interface here, and I have it running through RC20 and some of this phone EQ from Pro Q3, which is pretty dope. And as you can see, that gives me the tone. Let's listen to what it sounds like dry, and then I'll show you what it sounds like with the effects on there. So normally when I record through my my Apollo, I'll throw the Plexi Deluxe or the Plexi Legacy plug-in there that they have for UAD, which is a really, really good amp. It sounds so good, makes this telly sound way better and way more expensive than it actually is. Okay, so that's what I have for that, and that was the main kind of, I guess if you want to call it, motif, and that was the main kind of thing that was going to be played throughout the whole song and the anchor point for the whole song. And then what I decided then was to switch up the verses and not change the melody or change that guitar part, but change what was playing it. So it went from an electric right into this acoustic playing the same thing. Now, like, the choice to do that was kind of like, all right, well, I need the verse to be different. And I want this electric guitar to be here, but this track is not going to be that. It's not going to be like this big electric guitar driven track. It's going to be an acoustic, and we knew that going in. So I recorded this. Let's just listen to what it sounds like. I'll actually jump to the half of this, so we're not playing all of it. Okay, so let's talk about why there's an overhead and why there's a closer. So what I wanted to do with this track was actually track it as if I was tracking a drum kit or just tracking someone in a room instead of just having the DI signal, direct in signal, plugged into the computer and getting it right in there. I did get those signals too, but I wanted there to be kind of an intimacy. I wanted to bring the listener into the room, and the best way to do that is just record it into the room. So I recorded it here, but what I did was I took my boom stand here and I put it over my head, just like I would do in overhead cymbals for drums, and I played the guitar from there. So you're getting that kind of, it's almost like a room, you're getting that kind of ambience. And then I recorded this guitar closer, which was kind of pointed right at the neck and the sound hole. It was actually pointed this way. And basically what that was recording was just kind of the guitar body and a little bit of the fret noise. And I basically plugged those up at the same time and recorded them at the same time, so I didn't have to have a hard time playing or matching up, you know, the things. So essentially, this is what it sounds like. And as you can see, I looped kind of the best takes here. And I kind of kept with that. So I tried to play it as long as I could, just because I wanted there to be that kind of live folky feel. And that's what that, so let's listen what this overhead sounds like. Let's take everything off of it. It's actually a very quiet signal, but it's so useful. Did some time stretching to make it match the other one a little bit. But it brings out the room. That was the point of that microphone. And then here's the closer one by itself. There's a little bit of room in there, but not as much as the other one. And then you put them together. If you feel like you're in a room. And I didn't mind the hiss, the top end hiss. Because it added to the texture of the track. And then now here are two DIs. Now I recorded these separately, and what it's doing is kind of creating this thing called a Haas effect, and it creates a chorus. So whenever you're trying to like stack things and you don't want them to like phase cancel each other, record them separate. Do separate takes. And that's what I did here to create a wider kind of acoustic guitar. So let's listen to just what those sound like. Now you can even hear, if you have headphones on, which I suggest you should listen to that with headphones on, you can hear how there's timing differences. And that's what we want. That's how we want to have it. So now let's listen to everything together. They're all playing the same thing, but they're different takes of the same thing. Okay, that's that. So what those are doing, those acoustic guitar left and right, is filling in kind of that mid and giving a ton of width to that. So it's filling in the mids and giving width at the same time, which was kind of cool. It was a really cool effect, as well as, you know, kind of bolstering up that close guitar as well. And on top of that, I recorded a secondary melody in a complementary key. I believe that's what I did. I could be totally wrong, but this is what I did to lay it on top of there. So it sounds like it wouldn't fit, but when you put them together, it really does fit really well. So this is what that sounds like. Okay, now let's listen to what it sounds like with all the acoustic guitars in. We'll take the keys out. Now that layer there, that guitar, was really more of an atmospheric kind of layer for this. So that's what that's doing. That is exactly what that's doing. RC20, I believe I have the phone EQ on there too, or something like it. Yeah, that's just kind of a band pass kind of EQ, and then a nice Valhalla room, just to give it that space, because I absolutely love that space, and I love it when it's super dreamy and stuff like that. I'm really loving this second camera. I don't know if you guys know. So that's the guitars. That's what we've got here. That's what we're using. And honestly, it's not that complicated. It's it's just more of a recording technique thing, and then approaching it with the mixes. And as you can see, remember, when you look back at this video, you can see I'm not using a ton of plugins to get the sound I want. This is not super hard to do. So if you guys want to try this kind of stuff on your tracks, I'd love to hear them. Definitely put them either in the comments or send them on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me there, it's at IamVNDL. And follow me on Spotify too. So if you guys really want to grow as producers, it always helps to have someone in your corner. And one of the things that I learned over time was I really needed someone that was either like a mentor or some sort of course I could jump into. And I did actually 2 of those kind of things and into one. And I jumped into a buddy's course, and it really helped. So over the last couple of months and the last year, I've been putting together my own masterclass. If you want to grow as a producer, jump into that masterclass. And even if you want to just grab one-on-one time with me, just go ahead. There's a link in the thing below in the description. Go down there and just schedule a coaching call. It's not expensive, and it's definitely worth it to have someone just in your corner helping you through the creative process. Well, I'm pumped that you guys are here. Thanks for watching this far. In the next video, we're going to talk about the bass and probably the keys too. And then the last video, the 3rd video of this series, we're going to talk about the vocals and everything else. So I'm pumped that you guys are here. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.